Hey up, here we are again. So, Monday. Yesterday I was completely off. Sunday I was off. Saturday was a bike ride. Okay. So the last time I trained weights was Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and here we are Monday. Okay. So someone on the internet asked me, what do I think about Mike Mentzer? I suppose it's one of anybody who's been around this game long enough. Well, I suppose nowadays, just a couple of weeks really, you will hear the question. Mike Mentzer crops up for various reasons. I don't think it's particularly because he was a great bodybuilder, or he was better than Arnold, or not better than Arnold, or whatever other controversies arise. Obviously he was a partaker of performance-enhancing drugs, and for me, that makes whatever he achieved questionable. Your opinion may vary. But in many respects, it's the question is not really about Mike Mentzer as a person or as a physique, or why did he die, or was he a lunatic or whatever. It's about his ideas about training. So regardless of his personal results, the ideas about training which apply to universally. And the basic idea from Mentzer is, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but the basic Mentzer idea is that you should only stimulate, in other words, train the muscles to the extent that is required for the best outcome, and no more than that. Okay, so what does that look like in practice? Well, according to Mentzer, it meant very, very little training. I think other people have come up with their own ideas, but I think the general principle is sound. Why should you train more than is required for best results? How negative that extra training is, that's debatable. Will it stop you from gaining? How many sets of lateral raises do you have to do before it impacts on your gains? And also, I think this is relevant to me. What about a bit of cardio? Personally, I feel very, very reluctant not to do at least a couple of 30-minute easy cardio sessions a week. I realise that I'm getting on in age a bit. I'm 58. These health concerns are very, I think as you age, the health concerns become ever more critical, ever more important, and probably outweigh any concept of, looking like a Greek statue or whatever. Looking like a Greek statue does not compare to remaining alive. Some may argue with that point. I think some people are willing to pay a very high price for a temporary aesthetic appeal. However, in my mind, I think the general idea is great. It's not simply a case of train more and more and more and more and more and more and more. If you got the time of day, train. If you can sleep a bit less and train a bit more, all the better. I think Arnold said something stupid like sleep faster, which to me, as far as I'm concerned, absolutely ridiculous. If you can spend 12 hours in bed, do it. I think there's nothing finer than sleep in this game. Anyway. But it's also that the questions coincided with me having to go at this 20 rep squat routine, and I've very, very, very quickly realised that a few salient points. Let's say, firstly, I'm crap at 20 rep squatting. I'm crap at squatting altogether nowadays, but 20 rep squatting even more so. It just kills me. It really does. So you know, however pathetic it is, however piss poor my result is, you know, please be aware that it's a very, very, very difficult endeavour. So in regards to effort, you know, I'm putting it out. But you know, I'm thinking, okay, let's give this 20 rep squat a really good go. Yeah, let's cut everything else down to, you know, basically nothing, and concentrate on you know, on this 20 rep squat endeavour. So what I finally came up with is a Monday, Wednesday, Friday routine. So Monday squatting, Wednesday deadlifting, which, okay, it's not squatting, but it's a lot of the same muscles, and I think, you know, it just gives you a bit of a break. You know, I tried doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday squatting, and I think, oh my Jesus, it's, you know, oh, I'm not quite ready for it yet. Okay, so I'm compromising with Monday squatting, Wednesday deadlifting, Friday squatting again. Monday's going to be a safety squat bar. Friday's going to be the standard Olympic bar with bands. Anyway, let's get on with it. So, you know, this was my pathetic outcome the last time I did this with a safety squat bar. It was at 65 kilos, and I didn't even make the 20. I got to 17, and I was dying. I really was. I was dying. Yeah. So now I know that, you know, that in the literature about super squats or whatever, it just says, you know, tough it out, whatever, tough it out. But that's a 6-week program. I'm hoping to run this a little bit longer than 6 weeks, actually. You know, I don't know yet. We'll see what happens, but, you know, I'm hoping that I can last more than 6 weeks. And I think that what I'm simply going to do is, you know, just like, I suppose, like Mentzer said, you know, you make it progressive. You just try and beat the numbers in some way every time. So there's no particular beat that I'm looking for. I'm not, you know, to me, I don't think I'm going to be able to put 5 pounds on this every, you know, 2.5 kilos, 5 pounds every time I train. I think I'm starting at a very low level, and even a kilo is a couple of percent. But yeah, I'm just going to try and make it progressive over time, simple as that. Okay, so let's do some squatting. And I don't know why, but, well, I don't know why, but probably age related, probably injury related, but my knees are like glass these days. However, we will proceed. Yeah, it's the same every week. I mean, I've already done a little bit of moving about before I started talking all this rubbish, but same every time I do it. You know, the initial movement, you know, my knees are just terrible, but very, very quickly improve. So I doubt that today will be an exception. I think you just got to get some movement in, and what do they say? Motion is lotion. I think that's the saying. Motion is lotion. No, I'm not put 60 on straight away. So bar, then 40. That's what I'm going to go for. Okay, I put 40 kilos on. and knock everything down. Usual tricks. Okay. So for this Monday session is going to be wearing a belt. Friday is beltless. So just a bit of variety to keep it mentally stimulating, I suppose. Oh, really, to make it easier, because then I can progress Monday and Friday independently. So rather than going up in weight twice a week or whatever, I can go up in weight once a week. So it just makes it easier. Definitely getting fatter as well, but I'm thinking for the sake of science, for the sake of this 20 rep squat experiment, I'm willing to sacrifice. So I think there's not going to prove much if I do this and don't eat. So I'm willing to get a bit sloppy. We'll see how it goes. Simple as that. And we'll play it by ear as always. Okay. But so far I'm still on hole 5 on my belt, but it's feel, you know. So hole 5 is a, for me that indicates I'm fairly small on the waist. For me, relative to me, obviously. You know, for somebody else I'm a big lump, but for me that's not bad. But it's definitely feeling tighter than it has been recently. So that's another factor to keep in mind. Yeah. So I mean, it's the same old story when you're assessing all these. There's so many variables. So you know, oh, it didn't work. Yeah, but you know, if you didn't gain weight, you know, what do you expect? Or it did work, but I gained 20 pounds. You know, I gained 20 pounds of fat and put 5 pounds on my squat. You know, okay, the squat went up, but is that really it working? Okay, I'm going to load it up. Go for it. I mean, you might think, well, that's not much of a squat warm up, but I do believe that when you're doing 20 rep squats and you're starting off with a, you know, lightweight really, you know, let's face it, the first 5 reps are not going to kill us, are they? If you can do 20. So I take it that the you know, the initial reps are still part of the warm up. Okay, so we're still on 65. We're on 65 and we're going to go for 18 reps. So 18 reps is a win. Good enough. And again, I think this is something else that I find dubious about the you know, the Mentzer idea. That you've got to go to absolute failure, and you know, if possible, beyond failure. You know, all sorts of statics and negatives and what have you. So that's 2.5. It's a 2.5. That's 65. 65 colour. For me, that's overkill. I do believe that it's for very little gain. You are putting a hell of a lot of stress on your system. I think that progressive overload is sufficient. So if all the time you are putting weight on the bar, let's say. So let's say you start off 20 reps with 20 kilos, and you end up with 20 reps with 100 kilos. To me, that is good. That is it. Yeah. It doesn't matter if along the way you didn't go to absolute failure at any point. It doesn't matter so long as you are making that attempt to progress. And I think in practical reality, there's very little difference. At some point in time, progressive overload is going to tax you to the limit. You know, otherwise we'd all be putting 400 kilos on the bar and doing 20 reps. Okay, think about this. 20 reps. So 18 is to beat. 18 is the beat. Here it is. Not so bad. I think I could have got more. But what does it matter? I got 18. I made the progress. Oh, so hard though. Doesn't matter if you've got a rep or two left. You know, the oxygen debt is massive. But yeah, that was definitely easier than doing 17 last time. So I'm going to count that as a win. 18. Next time it'll be 19. I think there's no point in trying to get there as fast as possible. Give your body, I don't know, this is just me, speculating really. Give your body a break, stimulate, don't annihilate, I think it was it Lee Haney? Stimulate, don't annihilate. And I'm pretty sure that level of effort, I know it's tiny weights, you can sneer at tiny weights. I've been well over 200 kilos in a competition squat. I know these weights are pathetically small, but the fact is I can't do 20 rep squats. So let's remedy it. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Now, like I say, I'll keep repeating the same old stuff as I recover. Might as well. Like I say, I could have gutted it out and got another rep, maybe even got 20. But in my mind, progress is sufficient. And at the end of the day, progressive overload will take you to your absolute limits. Might not be at every session, but on aggregate, you keep slowly making some sort of positive increment, adding a rep, adding weight, adding a rep. You're going to get to your limits, whatever they may be. Anybody who says there isn't a limit, okay, yeah. Of course there's a limit. No, but as far I'm willing to make the bet that no human being, belt only, is gonna ever squat 2,000 kilos. There's a limit. If there wasn't a limit, then you could say, okay, in 1,000 years we're going to squat 2,000 kilos. There's a limit. Okay, I highly doubt that a human being is ever going to squat 1,000 kilos just through a belt to proper depth, below parallel. Yeah. $600 kilos, maybe they will. Yeah, maybe 600 kilos will go. 700, highly doubtful. Okay, so all I'm saying is that progressive overload, without having to go to absolute failure, without having to do force reps or squeezing out of a death march on the final eccentric negative. None of that is really necessary. I'm not saying it's useless. Could be useful, yeah. Especially when it's smaller movements. Especially when you're doing things, I don't know, things that are not the big three. They're not squat, bench, deadlift, and they're not major compounds. Yeah, so if you were doing your your curls and your laterals and all that sort of stuff, yeah, I mean I think you can go beyond failure and force reps and drop sets if that's any good. I'm not sure. Mentzer didn't like drop sets, but I think you can incorporate all that and at worst not do a lot of harm. But as regards squatting and deadlifting in particular, yeah, I don't see any point in going to absolute death. Okay, so there's only one more thing to do now on this particular routine, which is, you know, so brief it's unreal. I'm going to do some pull downs. That's it. One set of pull downs, and that's it. I've done for today. Yeah. So, you know, this is an extremely low volume affair. Not quite as extreme as what Mentzer prescribed, because you know, this is basically his consolidation routine, and he prescribed that he trained once a week at most. Yeah, once a week at most. I'm training 3 times a week, and I'm knocking out a couple of cardio sessions. Whether or not it works or not, we're going to see, aren't we? Okay, so let's move this hose pipe. So, okay, not quite as dramatical, do some pull downs. Let me have a look at what I did last time if I can. So pull downs, 65 kilos, which is, it's loaded to 65. I did 65 for 10 last time. Okay, let's go for 65 for 11 then, eh? In fact, no, not 65 for 11. I'm putting a smidgen of weight. Couple of they're 1 kilos. Okay, so that's a couple of 1 kilo discs. Make it 67 kilos. Hey, 67. Kilos. Loaded to 67. Let's get, okay, so 65 for 10, so 67 for 10 really, I suppose. I suppose 9 wouldn't be terrible, but 10 is really it for progression. So I've added 2 kilos, which is about, I don't know, 4.5% I'm going to guess, without working it out mathematically. I think I put a bit of chalk on my hands. Now on this movement, I don't mind going to you know, a bit of post-failure effort. So when it stops moving, I don't mind holding it a bit. I just don't think it's as taxing on your system as, you know, squats and deadlifts. It's as simple as that. Okay, so I want 10. Yeah, 10 easy, 10 and a bit. Yeah, I think I wasn't particularly trying to do any sort of like specific time under tension rep count. You know, that's just what feels naturally okay to me. But definitely, I wasn't simply dropping the weight to get the negative. I'll control the negative. So yeah, I'm gonna call that a success. Yeah, and so that's it for today. Believe it or not, that's it. Just two exercises. So this is specifically to specifically provoked by the internet question. What do you think about Mike Mentzer? So there you go. There you go. I did more or less an extreme, No, I wouldn't say it was. It wasn't extreme Mentzer programming, but it was pretty close to it. 2 sets. Yeah, that's it. 2 sets. But I'll be back on Wednesday. I'll be doing my cardio tomorrow, and I'll be back on Wednesday doing some deadlifting. So yeah, I'm not doing 2 sets once a week. Let's say. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not saying this is going to be any great success or not. I just want to see. I want to testing myself, me. I think that's the only thing you can trust. I think, you know, do it. You want to know, do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I think that was Ronnie, wasn't it? Bye.